for 8 o'clock here on the program. The hashtag Daybreak Farms Christmas Drive forms a crucial part of how the company gives back to communities that support it, especially those who do not have the means to celebrate the spirit of Christmas. Since the start of December, the company has been spreading the cheer and joy to people from different provinces. And this morning, we chat to the CEO of Daybreak Farms, Kholofelo Maponya, and celebrate DJ Zinhle on this initiative as well. So let's welcome both of them onto the program. Thanks so much for coming in and welcome.
Thank you.
Well, I was telling you, DJ Zinhle, I can't wait to put the chicken farming and the DJ together. This I've got to hear about it. So I'm going to keep the viewers in suspense and keep you quiet for a while. And I'm going to go straight to Kholofelo. Talk to me more about this initiative. What is it all about?
Well, it was DJ Zinhle's initiative.
Wow. So I should be starting with you.
You were fine where you are. You were fine where you
Shall
are.
I stick there? Yeah. Okay. So did she approach you to do this?
Yeah, she approached us and, she had a very compelling story about communities where she comes from and other celebrities come from, where there are people that are less fortunate than everyone else. And her wish was to see those people also have a cheerful and Merry Christmas. And it resonated. I think she approached us because it resonates with our motto, which is that we care.
Yeah.
We say, I matter, and we say everyone else matters. And for that reason, we took it upon ourselves to go with her to her hometown, with Pearl Tusi and with a host of other celebrities into KZN and into Limpopo. We were with some of SABC's celebrities yesterday from Skeem Sam in Limpopo, handing out chicken in Solomon Dale, some little-known rural township.
So you've been everywhere. So now I am going to go back to the founder of this initiative now.
The founder.
Yeah, the founder of the Chicken Initiative. How did it all start? What made you want to do this?
Okay, so I was having a conversation with Kholofelo's PR team, and they were just talking about how they're doing CSI work, and I thought, could you guys get involved in my hometown? And they said, what would you like to do? So I said, I just want people to have food for Christmas. We have so much food and we forget that there are people that don't actually have food, and we're so wasteful during Christmas. So we took a chance and took it to Mr. Maponya, and he loved it. So the idea is just to go to different homes. And I think he underestimates the size of what we did when he says we just give them chicken. We gave them a lot of chicken.
A lot of chicken.
You
didn't just come with
parcels.
Exactly. One chicken chopped up
No.
There were other companies that also came in, with some food parcels that assisted. So
this is such a wonderful initiative. If you have to go, when you do go home and you see the state that some people live in, what's it like? I can imagine this is one of the initiatives that drove you to want to do this, is to enrich the people back home.
I think my biggest concern was the children. Children don't understand why you are from a different background from the other child. If you go next door and they have all the food and they have all the gifts, and when you go back home, it's different. And my biggest concern was the children. I just wanted them to have a normal Christmas for a change, where they're not worried about being hungry, because hunger is a painful thing. I mean, I'm hungry during lunch and I want to kill people, but there are people that don't have a choice. Kholofelo and them were telling us about a story about a lady in Limpopo who was feeding her children soil because they don't have food, so they eat soil and water. So stories like that really, tear you apart, and you feel something in your heart. So I wanted to make a difference, and we went in KwaZulu-Natal. We covered 90 homes, and then they extended to the Limpopo province. So I'm not sure how many homes they did that side, but it makes a world of difference just to see the joy in the people's faces.
Well, it would be. I mean, there's been so many people that I've heard that by just giving them something, that you've taken what would have been a very dark and dreary Christmas into an occasion that they can actually celebrate. And they have something. From having nothing to having something. That changes people's lives.
100%.
Which is the spirit of Christmas.
Yeah. It is the good spirit of Christmas that's coming through here. So we're talking KZN, we're talking Limpopo. How many families did you reach in Limpopo? Do you have any idea?
Approximately about 100 families again.
Yeah.
And in KZN, there were other families that we had to give a full year's supply of chicken because of the dire straits that they were in. And we also did the same with this lady that we found preparing soil to cook. It was very disturbing sight. We went there with Rami Chweni, and it was in her hometown of Leboagomo. And that was very appalling to say the least, that we have people living in that state in our country. We have jobs that are under threat, especially in our industry with AGOA and everyone.
Indeed.
You know, the rand just lost almost 50% of its value, but chicken is becoming cheaper. It shows you what the meaning of dumping.
Yeah, exactly. That's the full definition of it. I'm so heartened by this initiative. I do think this is incredible, and I hope it's not just for now. What are the plans? What are we looking for going into the future?
Well, if our industry survives, this would be an annual thing.
Good. Which I'm sure
we
it will
hope that
do.
it would survive, that South Africans are very, patriotic and do realize, the value and the quality and the high standards that we apply in our industry, as opposed to the genetically modified products that we get in our market, and would support local products, including our competitors, who also provide a lot of jobs
Indeed.
in this country.
Yeah, for sure. Just on a closing note, Zinhle, you became a mom this year. Didn't it change the way you see life? Didn't it change the way? I mean, what I'm hearing here is very much so. This is something you can't see children suffer when you got your own.
No, you can't. It changes you completely when you have your own kids. And that's what Cairo has done for me. I want her to have a good life, and she has a chance because mom is working, but there are people who don't have jobs. So I was thinking, when I was speaking to Kholofelo and his team, I was saying people are so wasteful during Christmas. We throw away so much food. So the least we can do is just share what we have. So we're not just saying Daybreak and DJ Zinhle and Pearl Tools are the only ones who are supposed to be giving this Christmas. If you have extra food and you have neighbors that are struggling, please just in the Daybreak spirit, just share the food with your neighbors or whoever you can share your food with. Even if it's 2 or 3 people, it makes a world of difference.
It really does.
It
You
does,
change people's lives with one good deed. The things that you do for people, it's unbelievable. Well, listen, I have to congratulate both of you on this one. I just think it's fantastic, and thank you for talking to us here. And have a good Christmas.
Thank you.
You can feel good in the spirit that you've done something good to a lot of families. So well done. Kholofelo Maponya, who is the CEO of Daybreak Farms, and of course DJ Zinhle, DJ and businesswoman who drove this particular initiative of feeding so many families. So far, 90 families in KZN, 100 families in Limpopo, and some not only for just the festive season, but for an entire year. And that is, that's changing lives. Let's take a break. We'll see you after this.